The biggest entrepreneurs winning on YouTube right now aren't better than you. They're not posting more. They don't have better equipment. They didn't even start earlier. They just figure out this simple thing that you're probably overlooking. And by the end of this video, you'll understand what that thing is. And it'll be the reason why you stop chasing after business and have business chase you. So what I want to review is the smartest way to grow your personal brand and to build one in 2026 on YouTube. Now, before I can reveal what this is, I want to make sure you're the right person. If this is you, tell me this is you, okay? You're grinding and you're not growing. You're posting every day, you're copying the trends, you're chasing after the algorithm, but you're not seeing the results of your work. You're posting, but you're not profiting, meaning you're creating content, but it doesn't lead to clients or leads, or at least not consistently. Maybe you're relying on referrals, or you're thinking that I'm just one video away, which I've said in the past, which is like very true. Like I do believe that you are one video away from a breakout, but it's not predictable, that strategy. So what are we doing wrong? What is the disconnect here? Why are some people who are less experienced than you, have been in the game less than you, who don't have as many testimonials, who isn't making the impact or even care as much as you do, getting more results, getting better results? Well, I can tell you more isn't the answer. More strategy, more content, more effort is not what you're missing. So if trust is the goal, then the smartest way to grow a personal brand on YouTube isn't by going viral, isn't by better equipment, and isn't even posting more. It's simply this: one recorded conversation every single week. That's it. That's the answer. A podcast. The smartest way to grow a personal brand on YouTube in 2026 is with a video podcast. And I'm going to prove to you right now. When I started my content creation and entrepreneurial journey 7 years ago, how I learned how to create content was through a podcast. I got hired as a content creator. That was like my legit job title. And I was tasked to follow the CEO around and create content. Now, this was becoming like, there's no theme. There was no, we weren't very entertainment based, but we weren't getting we weren't building a brand for him, right? And so I was a big fan of Gary Vee, and Gary Vee is shouting to the moontops to start a podcast. So we started a podcast. And in that year, we acquired a 7-figure, which at the time, think of like startup land. We got a 7-figure deal because of our low, we just started. I think it was like within 6 months, 6 to 12 month range, we got a 7-figure deal from the podcast. So this kind of blew my mind in a lot of ways. And so I started my own podcast. I think 3 years in, I started my own show called Making It Happen. I was documenting the journey on how entrepreneurs are making it happen. Like, what are they doing? And I had my own show. I had people on. And long story short, I had a guest on, and he was working with Sam Ovens. And so he was inviting me to Las Vegas after the show. You should come into Las Vegas and do this thing for something called school. And so what happened is that he went to Las Vegas, and I got to learn about school.com, run by Alex Mosley and Sam Ovens, and got to meet all the school game winners, which is a competition of entrepreneurs who can make the most amount of money in a month. And because of this podcast, I got the opportunity to go to Las Vegas, meet Sam Ovens, meet all the school winners, Alex, everybody. And I got hired by school for the next 6 months. Flew me out to Las Vegas every single month to do what I did, my thing, podcast with all their winners. That came from a podcast. I didn't have a massive following. I didn't have a viral video. I just had a platform. I had a stage. And by having a stage, I can attract opportunity money can't buy. I was in rooms where everyone had to earn their way to get there. I was invited in the room of these entrepreneurs, meeting them, learning about their frameworks, learning about their strategies, learning about what they can do, what they did to make it happen. That was all through the power of a podcast. So the reason why this works is because podcasting compounds trust. It is a lever. It is leverage, because people need on average 7 hours of content consumed to buy from you. So if you were to create 1 minute short form reels on Instagram, you would need 420 reels to get to 7 hours. Or you can use 7 hour-long podcasts. What do you think is easier? The YouTube is literally rewarding podcasts because what does YouTube care about? The longer you stay on their platform, the more that they can present ads to you, right? So if you make a longer video, they can present more ads, meaning you are on their platform longer, meaning they are favoring podcasts right now over everything else. It is not about the follower count. It is about compounding trust. If you want to build trust, you need a podcast. Podcasts compress trust. They amplify it to another level. Now, a lot of people tell me this, oh, Kyler, podcasts are oversaturated. Everyone has a podcast. How am I supposed to stand out? What makes me so special? How am I supposed to get like all this like bullshit? Excuse my French. The competition is actually very small because there's 4.5 podcasts that exists, but only 10% are actively active posting on them. So everyone loves launching a podcast. Not everyone loves staying with a podcast, keeping it going. I think on average, it's like 80% of podcasts don't make it past episode 3. So by you just getting to episode 4, you are in the top 20%. And then it's like 50 and then 100. I think after 100, you're in the top 1%. And by then, you've had 100 conversations, 100 opportunities to meet new people. And again, I had a guest on that he didn't become a client, but he brought me an opportunity that literally was the biggest opportunity for that year. I got so many clients. I built so much trust. I got way more known in the school realm, ran by very intelligent people like the GOAT, Sam Ovens, and the new GOAT, Alex Hormozi. My name is being mentioned in rooms I'm not even in. That's what a personal brand is. When your name is mentioned in rooms you are not in. That's the power of having a podcast. It makes you better in every single way. Because when you're giving something to people, people want to give you something back. Whether that's a referral, whether that's hiring you for your service, whether that's a shout out on their Instagram or their YouTube, the opportunity that happens through a podcast is unlike any other opportunity I've ever seen. Not only can you turn that conversation into more content, so now you can show up every day, everywhere because of one conversation, but you've built so much trust with that guest, so much trust with the audience because they get to feel you, see you. Seeing is believing. I can speak all day, or I can tell you on Instagram how good of a content creator I am, but you won't know unless you see it. And you're going to see it way more on a podcast, on a long form video, than you would on any 1 minute reel. If you're still wanting proof, let's look at Alex Hormozi, Layla Hormozi, Dan Martell, Stephen Barnett, Gary Vee, Joe Rogan. These are all names we all know. Where did they all start? A podcast. Alex Hormozi, The Game podcast. That's how he started. He'd been doing podcasting for like 4 or 5 years before he ever took off. Gary Vee, the GOAT of social media, started Wine Library TV before he got into social media. Dan Martell started, I think like Dan Martell podcast or something like that. You know, a lot of podcasts is just their name. Joe Rogan, the biggest podcast in the world. Call Her Daddy. I mean, there's millions of examples of these podcasts that we all know about. Like the proof is in the pudding. If the top 1% of entrepreneurs who have the biggest personal brands all have a podcast, why don't you have one? The audience and the clients that need you the most can't find you if you stay hidden. So the boldest thing you can do is start before you're ready. Launch that podcast. It's not that much different from a talking head video. It's not that much different. This is a very conversational style video. I'm having a conversation with you. That's what a podcast is, a conversation. One a week can be your entire marketing and client acquisition engine for your business that gets you clients, gets you known, and makes you stand out. Like I'm trying to speak and yell from the rooftop, from the mountaintop for you guys to start this. So let me bring it back down. The people winning on YouTube aren't better than you. They just figure out the one thing that everyone else is overlooking. That the way to get clients, the way to build your brand, The smartest way to do it is through conversations, because conversations is what lead. That's what business is about. Business is about relationships. Relationships are built on conversations. Your brand is built on conversations. Just record it every single week. That's how I went from having no personal audience to working with school, to making multiple six figures, to working with the biggest brands and biggest entrepreneurs in the space. All come to me to create content. Not because I out-created everyone, but because I just did more conversations. So if you want to learn how you can do this, how you can set up what to actually say, what does one conversation, how does it become your full content system? How does it grow your brand? How does it bring you clients every week? Then I want to give you a resource to help you. It's in the first link in the description, and it will actually help you to make this happen. See what I did there? Anyways, I'm having way too much fun with this video. I really appreciate you guys listening to this, holding on this long. I know you guys are the real needle movers in your business, the real entrepreneurs, the real people who are going to make a difference in this world, create impact, make more money, create more influence. And I want to help you on this journey. So click that link in the first link in the description. I have something very special to help you guys make it happen. Otherwise, comment what you'd love to see about this video. Love to make more content just like this so I can continue bringing more value to you. Okay, I've been yapping too much. Let's shut it down. All right. Thank you guys. See you next week. Peace.